Hi there, my name is Bowie. I use they, them pronouns. Welcome to your training session. This session is gonna be a great break if you are a gamer, if you spend a lot of time on your computer. We're gonna be going through some movements. It's not gonna take long, but it's gonna be a great way to just get moving again after you spend a lot of time sat in front of a screen, which so many of us do. So follow along with what you feel comfortable with. Your movements don't have to look like mine, so that is okay. However it is that your body moves is perfect. So feel really good about that. Rest as you need, and if you need to take a moment for whatever reason before working through everything, you don't have to go along at the pace I'm going at as well. So feel really good about that. Make this your session. I want to acknowledge the original custodians of this land on which this video is being recorded and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. This video is brought to you by Proud to Play. Alrighty friend, let us begin. We're going to start with some eye movements, because one thing that happens when we spend a lot of time sitting in front of the screen is our eyes don't really move around a lot. So we're going to take our eyes, not moving anything else, not our necks or anything, and we're going to look up with our eyes and then down with our eyes. Just nice and slow, getting to wherever you can get to. It can be a bit tricky not moving your head while you do this. So it might take a couple before your head doesn't nod. That's okay. Moving our eyes up and down. We're not forcing them anywhere. They're going to get to where they're going to get to, and that is okay. One more up and one more down, and then we're going to look right and we're going to look left. Again, our heads don't move. Right and left. It's taking your time here, getting those eyeballs moving, because they don't move around a lot when we spend a lot of time at a computer or at a screen in any way. So just going to keep it going, not moving our heads, just our eyes, just getting to wherever it is that you can get to. That's it. One more time each side. Perfect. Now we're going to take one ear and we're going to tilt it down towards the shoulder on one side and then towards the shoulder on the other side. Keeping our hands down by our sides, tilting our heads left and right. It's nice, slow, nice controlled movements here. Making sure your shoulders aren't creeping up. They like to. They'll trick you into thinking that they're not doing anything when they are. So just making sure that they're resting on your sides is really, really helpful. One more each side. That's it. Coming back to our starting point, we're going to turn our head to the right, turn our head to the left. Just taking your time here, getting to wherever it is that you're going to get to. It's all good, wherever that is. We're not trying to force anything here. So if you're a bit stiff in the neck, particularly on one side, it's quite common that just one side gets a bit stiff. So feel okay about that. It doesn't matter. It's all good where you're at. So just the more you can move your neck, the more you begin to get a bit more movement into that area. So it might take a little bit. That's it. Excellent. We're going to look up now, pointing our chin up towards the roof and then tucking our chin down towards our collarbone. Looking up and down. Up and down. That's the way. Nice. It's taking your time. That's it. Yes. Nice. Coming back to our starting point. We're going to take our hands now. We're going to link them in front of our bodies. We're going to turn our palms out and away. We're going to reach our hands forward, pull our shoulders back. This does two things. It spreads our shoulder blades nice and wide, and it also gives our fingers a nice big stretch. That's it, stretching away, relaxing our hands. We're going to bring our hands, link them behind our backs, raise our arms up gently, pressing our chest forward, squeezing our shoulder blades together. Looking up as you do this, getting a nice big stretch there. Relaxing, back to the start, alternating here, stretching out the palms, rolling the shoulders back and away. And then linking the fingers behind the back, pressing the chest up towards the roof. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Nice. Just working through with wherever you're at, getting to whatever position it is that you can get to. That's it. Holding for as long as you like as well. With you, linking your hands behind your back and raising them up. Doesn't matter where you can raise your arms to. I just want to get a nice big stretch through the chest and probably down the tops of your arms, the fronts of your arms as well. One more time each side. Linking the hands together, raising those arms up. That's it. And relaxing. We're going to take our fingers now, we're going to link them. We're going to do some wrist movements because that is important as well. So we're going to start, we're going to just do this nice little wave here, pushing our fingers down, rolling up. You'll find that there's one direction that you're probably more inclined to start on, and it's the easier direction. And that's okay. Just getting a nice gentle movement here through your wrists. That's it. Nice. And now we're going to reverse it. So there's one way where it feels a little bit less coordinated. It might feel a bit awkward. So just take a moment there, gently going in that reverse direction. Taking your time, give your brain a moment to kind of coordinate that movement in the opposite way. It can sometimes be a little bit interesting, and that's okay. Nice. Shaking your hands out. Taking the backs of our hands. Let me just show you my wrists a little better. Backs of the hands, click, they're going to come and stick together. You're going to lower your elbows down, but you're not going to let the tops of your hands pull apart. So they want to stay nice and stuck together. Doesn't matter how low you can get your elbows, but this is going to give you a nice big stretch up the back of your wrists. It's a really good one. So just holding here, not forcing anything, not straining, keeping your shoulders down away from your ears as well. They tend to want to creep up. Just breathing through, allowing that nice big stretch up the back of the wrist there. That's it. Shaking it out. Linking our hands together. Palms are going to face down. We're going to get our thumbs to touch. They're going to come to the center of our chest, and then you're going to push your arms out, straightening only so far as you can while your palms stay facing down. You don't want to let your palms start to face forward. That's not what we're doing here. We're getting a nice stretch of the side of our wrists here. Palms stay facing down. Your arms are not going to probably get straight, and that's okay. Just getting to wherever it is that you can get to. Keeping those fingers linked, keeping those palms facing down. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. That's it. Great. Slow and steady. Nice. Excellent. Shaking that out. We're just going to do some palm circles, circling our palms towards ourselves. It's a great time to just slow your breathing down as well, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just taking our time here, and we're going to reverse that back in the opposite direction. That's it. Nice big circles, as big as you can. Shaking it out. Perfect. Hands are going to come now to our lower backs here. And what we're going to do, feet are going to be probably under your hips. Using your hands to support your lower back, you're going to gently press your hips forward, looking back, getting a nice big bend through your lower back here. Coming forward again, holding for about 3 to 5 seconds each time. Reaching forward with the hips, and we're only reaching so far back as what you feel comfortable to as well. So wherever that is, it doesn't have to be where I'm getting to, and that's okay. That's it. One more. Nice. Hands come to hips. Feet are going to stay pretty much where they are. You're going to press your hips forward, circle them out to one side, poke your butt out at the back, circle around to that opposite side. Nice and slow, nice and controlled here. Getting some movement in through our hips. That's it. Just pushing them as far forward as you can, reaching your butt out as far back as you can. That's the way. Nice. Coming back to that starting point, hips push forward, and we're going to reverse it and go back in the opposite direction. Just taking your time. Each side might move a little bit differently, particularly if you're tight through the hips. You might find it's a little bit clunky on some of these corners, and that's okay. Just working with where you're at. I'm feeling good about that. Nice, slow circles. Want to do one more. Yes. Coming back to that starting point. Nice. Finishing off, we're going to bring our feet a little bit wider, probably around hip width apart. We're going to turn to one side, let our arms swing around, and our back heel is going to lift up, our foot's going to turn, come back to the opposite side. Get some nice rotation through the spine. That's it, just taking your time here. We want to maintain balance, so we do this nice and slow. And we don't use momentum because we don't want momentum forcing our spine into a position that it might not like being in. So just taking your time here and feeling really good about where you're getting to. If you're really tight, this one can be a little bit stiff to start with, but the more you do it, the more you can loosen up. One more each side. Yes. Well done, friend. I hope that you feel a little bit looser, a little bit less stiff. And this is something that you can do numerous times throughout the day just to help keep you moving, keep you a little bit loose, especially when we're like sitting a lot of time or working at computers, playing games, especially on breaks. So feeling good about that. You can practice this even if you're not at a computer and you just want to do something to loosen up in the morning. This one is a great one for that too. So I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope you maybe tried some new things. Feel a little bit looser all over. And thank you for joining me. I hope to see you again next session. And until then, have a rad as day.